new to YouTubing, I've got to go. Today's going to be Statistics Saturday. I'm going to go back on my videos and statistics just to see, just do a little check and see what we do. And the other thing I'm going to be doing later today, so we're not going to be doing this live, but you're going to find on my videos today, I'm going to also, there's two things. I'm going to be looking at my own statistics. And then I don't know about you, but I always love watching those channels where people talk about their analytics. So I'm going to be going in and looking at a bunch of YouTube videos where people tell their statistics. And you know what? I kind of geek out on that, except what happens is, as people get more and more sophisticated, they do those videos where they like tease you and then you got to wait 20 minutes in just to get the answer. So I'm going to just like send you anything I find where we can just go boop, click to the part where they tell you how much they make, and then you can choose whether or not you're gonna watch that creator's whole video. Okay, today's topic is going to be about should you go live when you have no subscribers, or should you do an impromptu live? And the reason I'm doing this is because I was scared to go live, and you're actually eligible to go live once you get 50 subscribers. So let me just explain that, because when you have 50 subscribers, you're like, yay, I can go live. But it takes YouTube, and someone can correct me in the chat if they know what the deal is. If you I think it takes something like 24 to 48 hours before YouTube can catch up and verify those subscribers. So even though it says 50 on maybe when you view your channel, it might actually be that you're sitting at a little bit lower count. So just be patient. And then when you're a little bit over 50, or once your subscribers get verified by YouTube, then you'll be allowed to go live. Then when you actually click the button to go live or want to go live for the first time, you're then going to, I believe you have to verify something if you haven't done so already. I think verify your channel. So those are some of the things. If you're now, let me see if I can figure out how to do this chat. You know what's interesting? Oh, here we go. It says the note is from Malin Blue. Hi, can I ask you? Absolutely. And just to let you know, today's live chat, we're going to be focusing on how to go live if you have never gone live before. And Lime 111, hello. Hello, hello. So anyone that's just joining our live chat, I'm streaming in from Vancouver, Canada, and I slept in most of the morning. And so go ahead, Balix Blue, with your question if it has to do with our topic of should you go live or not, and I'll just keep reading the chat. But in the meantime, what I wanted to talk about is whether you have like 0 subscribers or many, then going live is an interesting thing. You often have a lot of young people join your chat initially because you can scroll on live. And so what'll happen is your chat's going to get clogged up with a lot of young people. It's kind of like going to a party where there's a whole bunch of different people. And so eventually, if you get more sophisticated with the live chat function, it'll be good to have moderators on board to keep the chat on focus. Okay, All Cartoon Network saying hello. And our topic today is should you go live? Has anyone that's on the live right now gone live before? Do share what's happened in chat. There is a note from Tigo B. How do you get more people in your live? Okay, the first thing is you can advertise in advance that you're going to be going live, and then that will help the actual amount of people that come onto your chat. But here's the good thing is if you never get anyone at all that comes on your live, you'll be able to rebroadcast this, and then you'll also be able to get people to come to your channel and check out the chat after the fact. So don't worry about if 0 people show up. And then I would say, how do you get people to come to your live? This is a good question because North Pole Katie, look her up. She actually sits on an exercise bike and is on there exercising for an hour. So you can use live for a bunch of different things. And you're welcome, Tigo. So if you have more questions, just feel free to ask. Because if I don't know the answer, someone in the community is going to jump in with something often. And All Cartoon Network, thank you. Love from India. That is amazing. And that's the other thing about going live that's amazing is people from all over the world can jump in. So here's a quick example. When I just hopped on, 0 people, and only a few minutes later, boom, 11 people jumped on. And then now we're back down to 3. So those of you that have hung in there, thank you so much. And thank you for the thumbs up. So what I was going to mention about going live, if you're scared to go live, Tigo, have you gone live yet? So the thing about going live, North Pole, Katie, or I think her handle's North Pole, Alaska, she's the one that held my hand through the process. Oh, how did it go, Tigo B? You've said you went live once. Was it okay? Hmm. My live was just amazing because what North Pole Katie did is I was watching her do her lives, and then she's got a whole crew. I think it's called Blue Team. So I'm just lying there watching and participating in her chat. And then she goes, "Oh, you want to go live? Okay. Hey everyone, let's go to AJ's live." I wasn't prepared to go live because I hadn't gone to the bathroom. I was just watching her live, and then I'm like, "Whoa, I need a few minutes." And then I didn't even know what to do. So I have a little piece of advice. If you've never gone live before, the one thing that would help to do is create a thumbnail. And if there's anyone here in the chat that knows if it's better to do a horizontal or a vertical live. Now I'm doing a vertical live because I have a suspicion and I can look at it, look some information up, but I think right now it's actually favorable to go live vertically because it then shows up on the shorts feed. And Tigo B, oh, there was only one other person on your chat and it was my friend. But you know what? Absolutely. That's your first time and things may happen over time. So even if no one shows up or you just one friend shows up, no problem. Because like I say, you can use this later to show up in your on your channel. Now the question is going to be, why wouldn't I just tape something in advance rather than to go live? And the reason I think there's something powerful about going live because there's collaboration. It's kind of like a jazz piece where people hop on in the comments, such as you, Tigo B. And by the way, Tigo, can you just, if you want, it's up to you. Where are you YouTubing from? Would love to see. And then saying hello to Sirio what do you call that? Underline TG. Going live isn't the problem. It's about the toxic people who come to see the well. You know what? I've been seeing videos about, oh, Georgia, like Georgia as in like overseas or in America. And Sirigo T. So as people sign in, I should have put that in my description. Let us know where you're YouTubing from. So to answer Sirio's question about the toxic people, I've seen some lives, and what the person said on the live was, you know what? Appreciate the haters because YouTube rewards interaction. So I mean, they were spiritual. I think it was a Christian live, and so they were like, "Oh, Georgia, United States." Um, and thank you, Ace Wolf Peach. It's nice to get compliments because I've always been a geek. So what? This is the other thing about going live that I forgot because I don't know how to when it's in the after playback how to show the chat. So when you're doing your live, the tip I've already learned after only a few lives is to make sure that you state what's happening in the chat so that when it's rebroadcast, you can figure out what's happening. So Ace Wolf Peach actually says, in all caps, "You are stunningly attractive and a very beautiful lady." All caps. So thank you very much because I've got to find somewhere. I have the worst high school pictures. And I've always been like a geek. So thank you very much for that compliment. I really appreciate that. So Sirio, you're right about the toxic people. I would say that North Pole, Alaska, she has a bunch of moderators, which she calls Bluetooth. blue team, excuse me, hop on the chat and you can give people different moderator status, of which I still don't know how to do that. I think what Katie says is you might even be able to go in the middle of the chat screen and be able to like delete people off your give them different statuses as moderators, and they can moderate the chat. And so that's something for you to think about, is have someone with those statuses. There are the moderator status, which Katie advises not to give away to everyone. And then also, I think it is a standard status. And then she actually gives everybody status. Now, the thing that's that happens with live is that there are young people screaming out for attention. And it's just going to be Tigo B. You know what? We'll just keep going on with our live and then go from there. Okay, so it is, should you go live or not? And the reason, and Tigo B, are you part of the community that's trying to get their 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours? I'm curious about why you're here on live, or do you just want to go live? I have seen some fantastic lives already. So there's different ways or different uses for. Thank you, Sirio. Sirio says you earned a sub. Thank you. So that's another good reason why you might want to go live. Is there's people that may not have ever seen your channel, but what you could do with live, if you're curious about live, is, and someone can correct me, but what'll happen is you just scroll and you can see all the lives that are happening in real time. So I'm 58, and what it is that I, with live, I remember there was the days of the chat room. And the chat rooms would be fun because you get people in from all over the world. And it's really cool, the kinds of people that you can meet all over the world when it's done correctly. So the whole thing about going live is, yes, you can open yourself up to a bunch of like people that come on, but at the same time, I'm going to err on the side of there's fabulous people out there offering fantastic things. So we're going to go over today just some of the things that you can do when you're going live. One of the things that you can do is, I just watched a stream from, I think the gentleman is from Quebec. His name is at Mitch Jean, I'm assuming. So at Mitch Jean yesterday, I knew that he was in the music industry. His account is that Gen X guy knows things. So he's giving a lot of great YouTube advice. And then I only know him as someone that's offering advice for YouTubers in the over 40 community, over 50 community. Thank you, Tigo B. And he, I've always seen when he's offering his YouTube tips, he's got guitars behind him, and I always think, I wish he would sing. Well, it turns out he has a separate channel where he's been broadcasting for years, and he actually does a live stream. And what I saw on his channel is, I think he said, we're live streaming Friday, and it's live stream number 163, something like that. And it was so cool because he took requests. So what people could do in the chat is, he does country music covers. So people were able to say the kinds of music that they wanted to hear. And if he knew the cover, or even if he'd never done the cover before, he'd try it out. So that was absolutely cool. So for those of you that are joining the live stream, this is for anyone that's a new YouTuber who wants to try out live streaming. Or if I primarily right now am participating in the YouTuber over 40 community and the YouTuber over 50 community. And we're talking about going live and what's that like to go live. Some of the veterans in the community that are fantastic to see live streams is, think she's going to be doing a live stream sometime today. Her name is at Riva Reveals. And if you haven't ever seen her live streams before, then do go ahead and do so. She is phenomenal. And Tigo B, thank you so much. If there's anyone that's in the live chat that can tell me how to throw on moderation status, then I'd be happy to, maybe under settings here, let's just check this out. Oh, community moderation. So give me a second here. I'm just going to put on community moderation, participant mode, anyone. I think so. But we'll see if we can get, if live from Alaska, Katie hops on, she'll certainly show me how to moderate the chat. Start here, Tashmir. I know you're busy today. And you know what? So I just want to mention that Start Here, Tashmir is my internet buddy. We've just started off, and I don't know, Tashmir, has it only been 3 weeks? Something like that. Tashmir, you're busy with your daughter. Is your daughter with you? I can't wait to check out her channel. Does she have content on there? So, Tashmir, you can hop in on the chat as well. We're got to figure out how to go live together, baby. I just wanted to take a moment. Today's topic is about should you go live or not? And oh, it's Big Benny Gaming. Oh, Big Benny, I just need to borrow you for a second. How do you have moderation status? I'm curious if it carries over from chat to chat, or if I need to give it to you every time. So I'll wait for that. Yeah, Tigo B, if I can figure out how to give you moderator status, I would love to. And Big Benny Gaming, I'd love to as well. So in case you don't know, there are members of North Pole Katie's community that just hopped on. One is Big Benny Gaming, who is a moderator from the blue teams in a moment. And Start Here, Tashmir. Oh no! Start Here, Tashmir had, let me just check the chat. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see. So this is the thing that you have to do is, as the moderator, it helps to tell people so that when you rebroadcast that, just try to remember, because I keep forgetting to read what is going on in the topics, because when it's rebroadcast, people don't always see the stream. So Start Here, Tashmir. We're going to take a quick time out from our topic. Tashmir and I just only started, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and she just wrote in the chat, baby girl and I had Japanese hair sticks in our hair, not intentional, but we were connected once again. Oh, that's seriously awesome. Oh, Big Benny Gaming. How do I give you moderator status again? Because you walked me through it last time, and that really helped. Okay, Big Benny Gaming, do you have status, or do I need to give it to you? Tashmir, are you kidding? You only started on October 17th? Wow. Okay. Oh, good. Thank you. Okay, I've got the blue team with us, so we're going to be able to keep a wonderful, orderly chat here. Thank you, Big Benny. So you're on it for me? Yeah. Okay, so this is a good thing, is if you're going live, it helps to have someone moderate your chat. And Big Benny, you'll be able to see who we're talking about, but I appreciate that you can use your discretion on who needs to be, you'll see. Thank you. But if you don't have a moderator, it's okay. Just go live anyways. The haters still contribute to your views and all those good things. So temporary pause for those of you that are just joining the chat. The chat topic of today is, should you go live or not? I'm just going to give a shout out to Tashmir, because we've just started in October, and our YouTube love affair or friendship is because Tashmir, I think in one of her initial, I'm hoping I was her first subscriber, is that she was like, I can't come blah, 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 to the YouTube because I need to edit. And I was like, don't edit. And then after that took off, as in today I watched a video. She's talking for like 20 something minutes, and girl is in her bathrobe. She's in her bathrobe YouTubing, and I wanted to say for those ladies who are over 40 or 50, I hope I could say this on YouTube. You can go braless on your live. No one will know it. Okay, I'm missing all the chats here. There's so much good. Big Benny Gaming moderating, doing your job. And Tigo B, thank you for hopping on the chat early. Start here, Tashmir. Um, Let me see some of the things. Okay. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Big Benny Gaming, yes, Tashmir was not only in her bathrobe. We normally see her sitting from her couch, but she's given us a new set. We get to see her from her kitchen. So in terms of YouTubing and how you moderate your chat, what North Pole Alaska Katie does is what I mentioned is she goes streaming live and she does it the same time every day. And then you got to go check out her channel because I mean, I think that's just phenomenal that she's done it day after day after day and showed up. And then after that, she takes you inside after exercising, and it's kind of like a little fireside chat. She does not have a strict format. What she does is she literally reads all the comments in the live chat and then she just responds to them. And I've seen that before when streamers have like these are like big YouTubers when they've got a ton of people in the chat, they just aren't always able to keep up to the stream. So they do their best to like respond to some of those things. But because we're small creators right now, there's something magical because you can actually talk one-on-one with people in this format. So I'm just saying, oh, okay. Start here, Tashmir was just saying she was in her bathrobe making her video because she needed coffee. And that's where we're at right now. You don't have to be all fancy. And let me see here. Katie, yes, Katie is awesome. We all agree. And we're going to give her a shout out because she is going to be going to Japan. So for those of you that are joining in the live chat, we're talking about should you go live? If and I forgot, this is a great point. I asked North Pole Katie on her chat. She welcomed all my questions. And the questions, the main question I wanted to know, and I think everyone has this fear, is what if I go live and no one shows up, right? And North Pole Katie said somebody will always show up. And Tashmir, I'm sure that you found that as well, is people showed up. And what I like about Tashmir's live, she just went live the other day, so go check it out, is that, you know, when she went live, she didn't know who'd showed up, but the people that were like meaningful subscribers that meant something to her showed up. Now, I know she gave me a little shout on her channel, but as she's got a great phrase, life be lifing. And what she means by that is, like I had a full schedule. I had to work my 9 to 5 yesterday. And I can't really hop on my phone throughout the day. So I had no idea what's going on in the world. I then had to check in on my mom. I then had to come home, eat, say hello to my husband, and then head back off out DJing. So in that case, I wasn't able to attend her lives. I appreciated the shout out. I would have loved to have been there in real time, but in the end, life be lifing, hashtag life be lifing. We're gonna make that one trend, baby. So then I was able to then like watch the rebroadcast. So the thing about going live is it's messy. I mean, here we are. I mean, it's unscripted, crazy. I do have some bullet point notes about what I wanted to cover. So if you're thinking, I don't want to go live because it's just wild and woolly, it's messy. Who's going to ever watch the whole thing? Here's the thing that you can know is that it won't mess up your channel because YouTube specifically puts a tab that says live. So if anyone's coming to your channel and they never check out that live tab, maybe they check out the video tab and then they check out the shorts tab, take a look. There's a separate live tab. So what that means is your video feed remains like pure and people may never even discover your live. Now here's the, oh, and by the way, sorry I'm not catching up to the chat, so I'll catch up when I can. Is this is something I discovered just yesterday. And Tashmir, by the way, Tom Griffin, excellent. Okay, Tom, question is, what's going on, everyone? So, Tom, today's topic is, should you go live? If you have no subscribers or no one's watching, so that's the question. I'm not keeping up as much to the lives, the stream, because I'm still new to this. By the way, Anna Serve says, hey, if any of you don't know Anna, oh my goodness, here's a woman that knows how to do a live chat, and she does a great job for the community. She goes ahead and she gives like awesome shout outs and tells you, gives you good clues on who you should go visit in the community who are absolutely interesting. So I will catch up. Oh yeah, Anna Serve, Atlanta. And Tom, I don't even know where you're broadcasting from besides your garage and your car. What city are you um, broadcasting in? So, oh yeah, Tashmir's coming in from The Hague, which is nice. And we got George in the house from Tigo B. Okay, what was my last thought? Oh, there's if anyone wants to put in the chat about reasons that it's good to like go live, just keep putting on. Anna, that would be my question to you. Oh, Anna's given us a great tip. She says going live helps to reach more people. Absolutely. So, Tashmir, I don't know if you caught up to our messages. Is start here, Tashmir. I don't know if I can admit this. I'm gonna say it. Little internet gossip. Um, do you guys ever play that game where it's like, if you could cheat on someone and you get that one person, who would that be? I think Tom, you're married, and I think that Kashmir's little internet crush is it Michelle Jean, or what's our that Gen X guy's handle, Tashmir? Anyways, I was hoping that Tashmir would hop on and see that Gen X guy's live stream. He does it every Friday. And yesterday he was singing country songs live. So that's like an absolutely awesome reason to go live, is that here's this guy that we know is this like internet guru. And hi, Tom Griffin from Michigan, close to Ann Arbor. That is so cool. That he's got, so go back on his channel. He's got all of these live streams where people are like, will you play? I asked him to play Boot Scoot and Boogie. I don't know if he got to that. He got to some other people's requests. And I found him interesting anyways with all his YouTuber tips. But then to have this separate channel where we can catch up with his whole musicality. And not only that, on that channel, on his live stream, he's speaking like French as well. Well, like it's bilingual. And so yes, it's absolutely, and thank you, Big Benny Gaming, for doing an awesome job moderating for me. Okay, we have 7 people on the live chat, and I will continue with why you should go live. There was someone in particular that hopped on my live after the fact, and they said they were scared to go live. And I would say my whole approach to YouTube right now has been, okay, I don't exactly know how to moderate, but let's figure out this thing one at a time. There's this internet guru, this woman called Marie Forleo, and her big thing is everything is figure outable. And for those people that are further along in the journey than us, like Anna Serve, I'm sure if you just check out her channel, she's probably going to have things on like whether she has actual instructional tips. Just watching her lives are going to be amazing. So I'm going to be rambly, but let's just go. Riva reveals. Tashmir and I were on her live this morning, and I think it might have been an unscheduled impromptu live. And the thing that's really magical about lives that you don't quite get when you're watching people when they make their videos is people are really just themselves. And she was just cracking up. Now, I was watching her live in bed, head down. My husband's sleeping the other side. And just like when Tashmir sometimes cracks me up. So I'm actually, no one ever talks about this, but when you're an over 40 or over 50 YouTuber and you get those hot flashes and you're up at night, it's actually to your advantage. Get up, go to the bathroom. Oh, my husband's just walking in. We're just streaming live.
I'll go then.
Okay, yeah. He just came in from his bike ride, and I was trying to get my live stream done before he came back. But anyways, yeah, I was trying not to. I was looking at you know, looking at different videos, and I was actually watching River Reveals very, very early in the morning, and she just cracked me up. So I try not to have the bed shaking when I'm listening to awesome things. Okay. So those are some of the reasons that you should go live. Oh, this is a really cool reason too. So I haven't yet figured this out. Someone that's more internet savvy like Tom, he probably knows how to do it, or you can probably download an app. What you'll find if you subscribe to my channel is that I don't know what I'm doing. And so if I figure like one little thing out a day, then I will share that with you. So one cool advantage to live streaming, which I'll show you, is that when you're normally recording on a camera, once you press play, then that's it. You get one view, either yourself or you can choose to sort of be faceless. But here's the cool advantage on live streaming. Check this out. You can just flip between the views. Okay, so yeah, you get me again, but that was just my view out of my office. Um, So if anyone can recommend an app, then absolutely let us know the kind of app that you can flip back and forth if you don't want to go live. Um, let's see, oh, Big Benny Gaming, yes, bike riding. Love bike riding, yes. My husband does road riding as well as mountain bike riding. So that's the other great thing about live streaming is you find out things about people um, that you might not otherwise get. So at River Reveals mentioned at one point she lived in DC, so shout out. I used to live in DC. Um, and just for those of you that missed the beginning of the stream, the thing that happens on live is that there are, you can call them trolls, you can call them kids. I kind of liken it to if you ever have a family celebration and all the kids are running around in the room, and then you're eventually like, go, just go play in another room. And then what happens is the people that stay on the chat eventually are the people who have something valuable to offer on the chat. Tom Griffin is saying on the chat that StreamYard is definitely the most popular. Interesting. I can't wait to try it out. And Tom, I don't know if you know if StreamYard is free. See, I'm all about the free when I'm starting because I'm hesitant to like subscribe to anything just yet because I don't, like I'll forget to like cancel my subscription, but I'm curious if StreamYard has like a free thing that you can try out to start, even if it has like some sort of, what do you call it? Like a logo or something like that. So StreamYard, I've also heard from someone else, I think it's OBS. I don't know. I have to try these things out. So what we're talking about is you can use the live app through YouTube, and that's what I'm using right now. I'm shooting vertical. But then there are other streaming platforms that allow you, if you wanted to, you can also stream, you can stream simultaneously to Facebook, Twitter, all those kind of sophisticated things. And Tom Griffin, thank you so much. StreamYard does have a free version. Oh, Big Benny Gaming. Thank you for letting me know that OBS is for computer because I only have an iPad. And then start here, Tashmir, Prism on your phone. I'm not sure what that is, but do let us know. And then Tom, do you have any videos on your channel that you'd like us to, or anything about live that we should know about? Okay. So what I was mentioning about kids is that yes, you will get kids on your channel, but people have said just look at it as the more participation, it's better. And Tashmir is just saying that Android offers an application. So I have both an iPad and then I have an Android phone. And the other thing that Tashmir and I are going to figure out, and Tom, I'm curious if you know about this, is how to do the live together, go live, because that's something cool that we both want to try. Now, I think what North Pole Alaska or North Pole Katie was saying is that when she's gone live with someone else, it's not the greatest. Is that the person that she went live with, they were just like glitchy. Oh, nothing on live yet. Okay, gotcha, Tom. The thing about the glitchiness is sometimes when you're moving around, YouTube can't keep up. The streaming can't keep up. The other thing too, that when I mentioned to someone that I was going live, is that when you go from inside to outside, so in my case, I've got what do you call it? I've got, my internal Wi-Fi, but then when I go out, we're not Bluetoothing, what do you call it? Gosh, it makes me sound old. But anyways, your cell network is trying to search for the signal and then that makes it glitchy. So what someone suggested to me, and actually, I'm hoping someone else will know this. Cell, thank you, Big Benny. Someone younger than me will know this. Is when you're flipping between your internal Wi-Fi and cell network, that's where it gets glitchy. So you might want to turn off your Wi-Fi if you have the intent to then move outside. Um, so Tom is saying StreamYard will allow you to do that. Oh, yes, yes, yes. So the question I had for Tom is what happens if you want to have multiple guests? I think if you're using the internal software with YouTube, that it's only you and one other person. And then, so if I wanted to put Tashmir on this chat, I could put her in. I email her the stream, we go on. But if then we wanted to switch mid broadcast and then go over to Tom, we can switch, but I can only have one guest at a time. And then Silver Blue Retrocade, hello. Oh, you've gone live before. So Silver Blue Retrocade has a little more experience than us. Um, Excellent. Oh, by the way, if people haven't checked out Silver Blue Retrocade's channel yet, please do. Awesome supporter. So you're lucky if you get him as someone that subscribes to your channel. Is Tashmir and I haven't had many takers on this challenge. We decided to do a Hope Crew dance challenge, and it was a way of people being able to um, understand that you can use copyrighted music and it's not that hard to do. So Silver Blue Retrocade ran with that Hope Crew Dance Challenge and decided he was going to do a lip sync. And check out his channel. He has like, at the time, I think he had like two lip syncs. And I would say the second one is more awesome. And then I ran with that challenge. Well, his sort of take on it. And then I ended up doing a lip sync to the song Try. And what was funny about that is that I wanted to create content one morning, but I had to go to work. So I actually was sitting taking a bath. Yes, I actually am like looking at people's videos while I'm taking a bath. I've got my headphones on and it's not a fancy phone, so I don't care if there's a little bit. I just put the ceiling fan on. And then I thought, well, wouldn't it be funny if I actually like created a video? So I forgot, Tashmir, I'm gonna have to go back on my photos because I also taped one of me, I think singing in the shower or something crazy like that. And I forgot to post that. So I'll have to post that. Oh, Silver Blue Retrocade is saying he's going to do a few more of those lip syncs. So if you haven't had a chance to try a lip sync video, try it. And you shoot it vertically, and then the dance things shoot it vertically. This stream today is principally about what's going live, but I'm just going to diverge for a second. Is if you subscribe to my channel, what you're going to find is I'm just playing around. Right now, I'm just playing around and I'm happy to do it at the 100 subscriber mark. And basically, up until I get monetized, is I'm trying on different things. I'm trying all the different styles of YouTube because there's different things that happen on YouTube, and you'll see people like right now, people are in love with Dodash and Dash of Faith's style of sitting in front of the camera and then just talking. And that's a really good thing because that has got us all onto the page. And what those two have, especially Dodash, when you think about it, is what's called first mover advantage. And if any of you don't know that marketing term, first mover advantage means that whoever does something in the internet space for the first time and they do it really well. So understand that she's been at it 4, if not 5 years. That's what we just discovered yesterday. So go on her channel and you'll see. I think it's something like 5 years that she's been on, toiling, struggling, all of that. First mover advantage means the first person to do something unique and original often gets the masses of views. So if you look at Silver and Solo, she's a new YouTuber and she was using the hashtag over 40 over 50, and her content, it's not flashy, but it is edited. That's what's deceiving, is she has figured out editing. So she's more sophisticated than I think it initially appears, and she's got thoughtful content. Now, what's going to happen to all of us after the fact is everyone who starts taping in their car and they just talk, 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 talk. After a while, we can't all keep up to the hundreds or thousands of people that are out there in YouTube. So that's step one. So if you guys don't know Ali Abdal, I strongly recommend you go visit one of his videos. I'll try to include a links after the fact that will help you because it's very interesting. He's saying just get going, and he has some cringe-worthy videos out there which are him, like he thought he was going to maybe do song covers. So my channel right now, we're going to together do some cringe-worthy stuff. And that includes some ugly lives. It is just what it is. We're also gonna, if you want, you can dance, you can, lip sync. And the reason we're doing that, get to the point, is that all these different formats help to tell a story. Because ultimately what they're saying in YouTube is that's how you're going to go viral, is your ability to tell a story about something that's dear to your heart and that might connect with another person. Are you able to entertain and lighten their load on the day? Are you able to tell them something informative that's going to make their YouTube experience better? So in order to tell the story, right now, a lot of us are telling stories in our bedroom, in our car, that kind of thing. But maybe it's better to tell a story with something funny. So as an example, and this is a very simple one that you can do at any given moment, is one of my initial videos. I wanted to give a shout out to my first subscriber. And really, what you'll often find is some of the videos that you produce that take no work are the ones that get a kabillion views, or in my case right now, kabillion is 500. I just put a birthday hat on, and then I was just so excited at my first subscriber. The analytics on that are just crazy. So if you subscribe to me, I will share my analytics. Today's going to be Analytics Saturday or Statistics Saturday. So later on, I will give you some of those statistics. So if you have no other idea, go ahead and wear a silly hat, or just celebrate having 1 subscriber or 10 subscribers. What I appreciate about somebody like Start Here Tashmir is Tashmir had gone out to Amazon just to get her little, like, those cheerleader pom-poms, and she is giving shout outs with pom-poms. You can do pom-poms, you could do like teddy bear shout outs, And the funny thing is, I thought it was funny to do a one subscriber like excitement video because you always see people like, hey, I've got to 1,000 subscribers, I've got to 10,000 subscribers. And so it was funny, but it was also poignant because we often forget that there are real people behind every one of those numbers. Real people. So right now we have 7 subscribers on the line, and I'm sorry I'm ignoring the chat right now, but there's so much I'm trying to get off my chest. I'll ramble. I'll get back to the chat in just a second. But there are real people. And so what I really appreciate is that when I started, Aramis and Jerry were my first subscribers, and it really helped to know that I had people leaving real comments. So again, I'm just going to digress for something. There's something going on in our community called Sub for Sub, and there's this very sneaky practice. And I'll put out a post about it. I've got one post about right now about demonetization, but there's another thing that's happening is there's people showing up in popular YouTubers channels, and what they're doing is they'll hijack the thread, the comment thread right at the beginning. So what they'll do on the lives is they'll say, hey, shout out, new subscribers gather here. And then what you'll see is you'll see this thread that says subbed, subbed, sub, 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 sub. Try to avoid getting on that like sub thread train. And the reason why, and I'm seeing the aftermaths in people's videos, is people aren't paying attention to their lives. They're just like sub, 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 sub. The danger in the sub, 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 sub like that. Okay, you all get 20 views, you get 50 views, whatever, or not 50 views, I should say subscribers, is that the sub, 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 sub sends up a red flag to YouTube's like masterful, all-knowing computers. And if you continue to do sub for sub, it could endanger your channel from being monetized. Now, some people think, okay, maybe I'll just do it a little bit now. And then once I get to my 1,000 subscribers, I won't do it anymore. Or I'll only do it a little bit. The reason why you want to be cautious about just like automatically subscribing to people right off the bat as you're watching lives is vet their channels. Make sure they're not doing anything strange. Because if you've got 20, 50 subscribers that really are just there to get subscribers back, it's not going to help your channel in the long run because these people will not be participating with you. They will not be active reviews. And Google looks at, once you're trying to push your channel out to Google, Google is going to look at the fact that these are how many subscribers you have, but your content, most of your subscribers aren't even looking at your content. So that's why you want to just be careful that you're getting high quality subscribers who are interactive. Now, the other thing that's happening is some of these sub for subs I've noticed is that if you look on their channels later on, you'll see a day or so later, how come I lost, 20 subscribers overnight? Because sometimes what's happening is people are subscribing 24, 48 hours later, they're unsubscribing. And the reason is, and thank you to @River Reveals who told us about this, is that you can only subscribe to a maximum of 500 subscriptions. So then once people reach that because they're on their way to 1,000, those unsubscribes are gonna just hit the fan, and then you're going to be you're not going to be demonetized, but you're going to have less subscribers, and it's going to make it harder for your journey. Now, what happens if you hit 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, and then you dip below that? You got to keep your 1,000 subscribers up to maintain your monetization, is what I understand. So that's the scarier thing. You just reach monetization, and then you had a bunch of fake subscribers or people that drop out. Now that could be a very scary process because you're going to have to reapply. So thank you to those of you that are joining the live chat. I'm just going to take a little break here so I can see what I've missed in the chat. There are different ways that you can do your chat. North Pole Katie literally reads everyone's chat and responds. I'm just going free form with a bunch of the things that I wanted to talk about today. And sometimes what happens with live stream chats, sometimes there's like subscribers talking to subscribers, and that's what's unfortunately had to happen while I've just been talking. Okay, let's see if I can go back. Okay, I'm going to go back as far as the stream where Big Benny Gaming is letting us all know that he's in Alaska and he is just a teenager, but he's doing an awesome job moderating, which we all really appreciate. Shout out to Big Benny Gaming for moderating the chat for us. Start here, Tashmir's responded to him, and let's take a look. I've got to quickly, oh, Tom's note. Okay, let this be a warning. Tom S says the algorithm seeds to weed out bad seeds. Tom Griffin also against terms of service. So this is an interesting thing. I haven't yet done this, but YouTube has their terms of services. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm signing up for services, I may or may not look at their terms of service. But I would think if you Google, you will see people like look up. I've been demonetized. Look up people talking about YouTube's and Google's terms of services. Now, here's the thing about the YouTube's terms of services. It has changed over time. Oh, and before I get back to the topic at hand about why you should go live. So people are trying to go live because you can also build up a lot of watch hours fast. There's a right way and a wrong way to do this. Now, if anyone knows this, and I'm going to try to do some research for us, I would think that this is against YouTube's terms of service. I was subscribed to someone, and I noticed that her name kept popping up. She's live. She's live. And then I just thought, well, I better check out what's happening. Why is she always live? And it turns out that she's playing around with something called Restream.io. So if anyone knows about this, and so I don't know if she's restreaming her video, but not really there or really live. And she's telling people, hey, get on, like restream your video and then just have it running live. And the reason I think this is a little suspect is because she's also talking about like streaming her own channel. She's also talking about doing the playlist and have it running in the background. And I don't really know if you run your own videos in your playlist. I don't even know if that counts for watch hours, but probably not. Maybe they do. I don't know in the long run if it does. I'm thinking it's probably against terms of service. So we're going to have to look that up. If you're trying to get your 4,000 watch hours and just like stream your playlist, will that count for watch hours? I would think not. Now, a lot of the things that are happening in our community with Dash of Faith, there's a couple of theories going on. I think Tom Griffin, you probably have a good video that talks about it, right? I put out my own video. You're going to see all these videos about Dash of Faith and speculation. There's two speculations. River reveals, I think, is one of the most telling. Hers says that there was somebody out there like stealing her content, somebody else's content, and Dash of Faith. So Dash of Faith might have been just caught up in that person that ended up copying the content. And when that happens, unfortunately, is he's just got to wait it out and get Google to help him out. Now, there's other theories, and I'm hoping it isn't this, is someone had suggested to him, go ahead and put all your videos in a playlist, and then he only said it, I think, one time. I think he said, I'm going for my 4,000 watch hours. Go ahead and just press play, even if you fall asleep, blah, 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 blah. And we're hoping that he didn't get caught up on that. So try not to do any of that funny business, because just try to be authentic. If your content is awesome, people are going to come to you, they're going to watch it. Now, the other thing I'm not sure about, so maybe someone can let us know in the chat, is I've heard people say go ahead and start the all playlist chat, because what it will do is then as someone is listening to your um, like if they click on one video, if it ends, then it will autoplay to the next video. I have no idea if that's for real or not. So I think there's a way to use the all playlist correctly, and then there's a way that's kind of a bit strange and funny. Let's see with Silver Blue Retrocade. He's saying that number isn't correct. According to Google, users can subscribe up to 2,000 channels. Oh, but no more than 75 channels a day. So we're going to have to do a little research. And actually, Silver Blue Retrocade, I don't know, homework. If you're willing to do a post for us, we would sure love to know that. You can subscribe up to 2,000 channels. Wow, but no more than 75 a day. Start here, Tashmir is giving a shout out. Big Benny Gaming sits at 540 subs. Now, the other thing that you have to be careful about is that two things I'm just going to be mention about, because I've noticed this has happened. I can't believe people are sneaky this way. Some people will come up with the perfect compliment that says, "Hey, I'm loving your YouTube channel. Subbed." They actually copy and paste that comment onto like uh, a whole bunch of other they go like comment with the same copy and paste comment, because they're hoping that people will be like, oh, okay, sub. So here's my suggestion to you is sometimes we don't have enough time, so you're just like, okay, that's fantastic, okay, great, I sub to you because I think you're awesome or whatever. Is this is a little trick. I don't know if you call it trick, it's just sincerity. It's just be nice to people, be sincere. If you only have time to put a shout out of 2 lines, you only have two lines. But if you find something interesting about their video and that's moving, go ahead, write a long-winded compliment. And what you'll find over time is that when you're looking for interesting people, I find that some of the most interesting people are in the comment section. And I look for some people that write longer comments, because it seems to me it's not just about length. That's what she said. It's about people taking the time to write a thoughtful note about why they liked your content. And as a content creator, you want to give as much as you're getting. And thank you for whoever's giving me hearts, because if anyone knows this for Android phones, on River Reveals, she wants everyone to like drop her gems. So if someone knows how to do that for an Android phone, I think that's just lovely. But I'll take the hearts anytime. Hearts, happy faces, whatever. Is That's another thing about live. If you go live, this is what I've seen. If any of you have watched Think Media's broadcasts, they offer so much useful information. So what they're saying is they don't necessarily produce new content. There's only so much time in the day. So what they do is they splice it all up. You can use the remix function. Let me know in the chat if you'd like me to put out a video on that. But you can also Google in the time being on how to use the remix function, which means YouTube legitimately allows you to take your own content and you can snip 15 seconds to 60 seconds. So there's two ways that you can get free content for yourself. One is your own content. You don't even have to do absolutely anything to it. You just use the remix function, short. So as an example, after this feed, if I wanted to, I can go hit remix, and you do this not off YouTube Studio. I believe it's easier to do it. YouTube, you'll see a little plus function, it'll say remix, and it's only for you. You can take snippets off of your live chat and broadcast them in live. Not in live, excuse me, on your channel. There's a couple of different things you can do, especially if you're a busy YouTuber. You can say out of this broadcast, if I had 10 gems or something magical I've said, I could then, if I'm not that tech savvy, which I'm not yet, I gotta learn CapCut, is you can just send it up as a short, and then you could schedule 10 more shorts throughout the week. And how magical is that? If you don't have time to like be producing new shorts, you can just, like duplicate what you've done. If you're fancier, what they're saying with YouTube is if you can figure out CapCut or a way to instantly caption, boom, that makes it easier for people who are tuning in from other countries to understand your content. But not only people from other countries, English speaking people also respond well and stay longer on your content when they can sort of see the cool looking captions. So there's another reason to go live is you have instant shorts. The other good reason to go live is this is all instant scripts, ideas, things for yourself. And here's the other gem for you is if you go live, not only for live, but let's say you're a guest, attend, say, I'm going to recommend River Reveals. I don't know if she's on now, but I think she's on later tonight. Attend one of her broadcasts. She's going to drop a kabillion gems. You could then, and I don't consider this copying at all, whatever she says, you can riff off of. She might throw you a quotable, or if you ever watched Oprah back in the day, she would like be sitting in her chair and she'd go, oh, tweetable. I guess we don't call it tweetable now, Xable. This is what'll happen. Go visit other people's lives, see what they're doing well. Like Anna Serve, she's like shouting out people in a remarkable way. So with River Reveals, she's got, I listened to just one broadcast this morning. She had so many gems. You could take any one of those gems and then talk about that on your short. You could also talk about it in your own video content. You could literally, and this is from Ali Abdel. He is saying, if you don't know what to talk about, because I was surprised people don't know what to talk about. Us ADHDers, we have a kabillion things that we want to talk about. His suggestion is if you don't know what to talk about, do a listicle. Now, I'm going to do it one better. Go to someone other's live chat and just sit there. Because Auntie Riva always says, like, bring your notebook. You could just literally write down some of the gems. Next, either go live, go on a short, go on make a video, talk about, hey, these are 3 magical things that Riva Reveals said and how you feel about it. Now, will it feel like you're copying her content? No. And this is the amazing thing. We all have different backgrounds. We all have different stories to share. So think about this, and this is why our community is going to be so strong. The best way to get facts and information across is not just, okay, blobbity, blobbity, blah. Okay, blah. We're all going to sound the same. Tell a story about a fact. And because people love stories. And that's also going to make your content magical. And so what I was talking about with what my channel's is going to be doing is you could tell a story 1,000 ways. And so if you subscribe to me, that's what we're going to be doing is telling stories 1,000 ways. So an example of that is that you could literally put, a picture, or you could just say yourself celebrating 1 subscriber, celebrating 10 subscribers. But I personally, I'm a dancer. So I thought I would just dance. Luckily, my friend Tashmir is like, I'm on that. And so she's gone and done a happy dance. And the funny thing about it, and I really don't mean to brag, but I do feel like bragging, is that I had intended to do a shout out at 10 subscribers, at 25 subscribers. And then honestly, the time has gone so quickly. And I prepared a 25 subscriber video in advance. And then I ended up getting like, I don't know, 27. So I thought, well, that will seem dumb. Then I meant to like eventually do a dance for 50 and then 100. And then I just haven't had a chance to do it. So that's a lovely thing to be having people subscribe so quickly that you're not able to do the happy dance. And on a side note with that, and we'll get back to the topic at hand, I'll check the chat here in a second, is that um, let's just quickly talk about jealousy. And this is apt. Tashmir started only a week or so after me, and I had more subscribers. And then yesterday, because I life be lifing, Tashmir had more subscribers. And I got to tell you, was I jealous? No. Okay, maybe 1%, but not a bad jealousy, more just like a, hey, I'm going to get better. Just like, when you watch the women of the Olympics gymnastics team, not everyone can be Simone Biles every day. And then there's days when she has an off day. What does she do? Even when she's injured or she's not in a good mental headspace, she's out there cheering her teammates on. So, I was so happy. Tashmir, I think right now might be at a higher subscriber count. So here's where it's going to continue to get fun. And this is why you want high quality subs. And you're going to find some high quality subs when you go live. The interesting people are going to be drawn to you, or they're going to be bored from you. Okay, that's not your peeps. Is that Tashmir and I, and I've always considered this anyway, Tashmir and I are going to walk hand in hand. There's going to be people that come to the party, like Silver Blues Retrocade, Tom. There's so many other people that keep popping in. I'm sorry I can't give shout outs to everyone because I can't remember everyone's name. If you build high quality subs, we're all going to be walking hand in hand. And right now, we're kind of insular, we're kind of small, we're checking each other's channels out. What I would encourage everyone to do is to also look at people that are further down the line. Right now, I'm enjoying our small community because people are putting out amazing work and it's so inspiring. Subscribe to the people that inspire you. Then I'm also looking at the next level up, people that have already met their monetization status, but they end up doing one of their revenue reveals and it's like, I got to wait 20 minutes and then they go, hey, I made $10. Look at those people too. And the reason I love small creators and I love following small creators is because someone pointed this out in a video, and I'll have to see if I can find some of those videos. We're all like, yeah, let's get to 1,000. Okay, let's get to our 4,000 watch hours. Life does not suddenly become perfect just because you reach those milestones. It actually then gets to be harder. And I know no one wants to hear that, but anything in life worth doing is worth doing. So here's what's going to happen. You meet your 1,000 subscribers, you meet your 4,000 watch hours. Now what? Okay. Now there's new milestones. Can I make $10 in the month? Can I make $100 in a month? Can I make 500? Can I make 1,000, etc.? And at one time I did do content creation, and you would put up these little web pages, and I did pay $99 for a course. And this woman had very common sense advice, and I'll have to see if I can pull that advice up again because it was so awesome. She said, and her name was Pot Pie Girl. So if anyone used to Squidoo, she said, if you can make $1, you can make $2. If you can make $2, you can make $5. I haven't done it on this journey, but I do have a Linez channel that's monetized, and I really wanted to get to monetization quickly. So what I ended up doing is literally, because if you ever want to subscribe to me because I am the lowest tech person possible. So I just pulled up a paper calendar, and I'm going to start doing this for this journey. So there's two ways you can do it: the low tech way, the high tech way, or there might be a better way that you can do it. So my low tech way was taking a calendar, and then I would just put on the date at the beginning of the day, 1, and at the end of the day, 2. Next day, what I started at and what I ended the day with. You celebrate those small wins. Now, the high tech way, or my high tech, is say you don't have time to do that. Your calendar is not with you. Screenshot 1, screenshot 5, screenshot 10. And what I was noticing initially when I started, I think it was like, say, for every 26 videos I had, or sorry, for every video I had 2 subscribers. So if I had 2 pieces of content, I had 4 subscribers. And then sometimes it would get stuck. And here's the thing, it will get stuck. So if you find yourself stuck, even after you're posting and posting and posting, stop. Go out into the world, find some other creators, go support them. And you will find this combination of creating, then going out into the community, that your views will naturally go up, just naturally. And then the next work in terms of how to increase your views, this is what I've been finding, is that, okay, now we're getting a little bit better. We're getting our mojo, we're getting used to camera presence. Start to understand, even if it's one new thing a day, how keyword research works. So the little tip from River Reveals today, and I've also seen this on, I think the guy's name is Robert Benjamin Consulting. One of the most powerful things you can do, and you would think, really? It's called metadata. Now that just sounds too hard for me. So here's the thing, and it's so simple, is when you're uploading your thumbnail pictures, control the metadata. So what they mean by that is your thumbnail photo goes up and it'll be like 546 blah, 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 JPEG. I didn't know how to like change that. So I had to force myself this morning for this thumbnail to figure out how to rename it. I'm not using a computer. I'm either using an iPad, so it's Apple, or I'm using this phone. Now, you can get lazy about it, especially if you're busy, and not bother to uh, rename your photo. Do that. Because what you're trying to do for YouTube, so this is the other thing, hashtags, all those other things that they tell you to fill out. There's hashtags, there's actually tags. You probably think, okay, why don't I just um, put up my content and then I'll fill out all those stuff later. You can sometimes. If you're not doing your video, you're just doing it for fun or the technicality of it, then don't bother. But at other times, just take a moment to start adding those things before you go posting. And the reason you do that is, again, YouTube is so sophisticated. The more information that you can feed to YouTube that tells them, what is this video about? And thank you for all the hearts, everyone. I'm sorry I'm missing the chat. I'm just on a ramble right now. Is you want to tell YouTube all the information it needs to know so it can go, boop, 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 boop. Oh, this person would like to know this information. This person wants to know this information. Because what they're saying, and I'll have to find the reference to this, is if you're not subscribed already, YouTube has official channels that give you all the juicy bits. So see if you can find them out. And if I remember, I will drop them into the after party here. Is I'll put the interesting information. But one of the questions that people have is like, in terms of YouTube, am I judged if I talk about dogs one day and then I talk about sports the other day? They're saying YouTube now, and you'll know this when you look at your analytics, people, they're saying YouTube is sophisticated enough to just target one piece of content. So it's really important for you to, on each video, take the time to tag. Now, you may be thinking, I just want to post this. So you post and then you mark it unlisted. Don't do this. So if you watch Robert Benjamin's videos, he says instead, schedule it for a couple days later and then do all your stuff and then go back and switch it to publish now. And I know that sounds difficult. It really isn't once you get into the rhythm of it. And what that does is allow, as soon as you push publish now, it allows YouTube to go, oh, okay, who am I going to send this up to? So if you aren't aware of this already, YouTube sends your video out to a select amount of people. Then it goes, oh, this is how many people are looking at it. Then it sends it to a wider audience and a wider audience if it's getting some good mojo. So the more you can tell it, the more that's possible. I'll have to check. I think I have a video out here somewhere that it explains how that works. Why that's important is if you're trying to get views, there's there's only so many hours of the day that you can stay up and comment on people and expect them to come like you back or check out your information. At some point, if you want to do YouTube to seriously make money, understand keyword research. Where you are in this journey right now, check out Ali Abdal's link, and I will provide that link at some point. Give me a couple of hours to get the links. Is the first step, don't worry about all this. Just get producing. So as an example, start here, Tashmir, go check it out. She posted a long video today, and she's just talking. And she's talking from her kitchen. She's all primed up. Start doing that. Once you get about 20 videos in, then you can start getting a little bit better. Don't worry about views, all that kind of thing. Now, the thing, if you subscribe to me, one of the things, I've got a bunch of different content that I want to get up. One is about chapters. So the thing about going live, it's wild and woolly. I just learned how to do timestamps or chapters, and this is awesome. This is also going to be the secret to making YouTube understand what's happening in your videos. Besides creating content, you can actually go back on your old content or content that you've recently republished, start putting in timestamps. You can also do this as a favor to your favorite YouTubers. So I don't know if I'll get a chance to do that, but if River Reveals doesn't have chapters, I may in her comment section do chapters. So I will do a how-to video. Please subscribe if you want to learn how to do that, because I, again, not tech savvy, so easy to do. So what I mean by timestamps and chapters, and I suggest on your lives that you go back and timestamp and chapter everything. Have I done this? No, I haven't done this to all my videos, but some of your videos. So here's the other thing. Don't have time to do everything. Go to your videos. You can switch the order. So go to the videos that are the most popular, or the ones that you have a lot of heart and think deserve a lot of more attention. Pick one and try doing these timestamps. You literally just put in your description box. So if this is your own content, you go 000, and you come up with a title that's hopefully keyworded, and then you pick different points where people can just click through. Now, two things about doing timestamp chapters. Google and YouTube is recommending it because then more people are using YouTube to search just as much as Google. So this allows Google more of that good Google juice to understand what it is that your content is about. Because right now it's just like a garble of words. Think of it that way. It also natively helps your users who love you to just find the good stuff. We all can't be listening to 20, 25-minute or these 1-hour live streams, no matter how much we love you. Two thoughts on the chapters. Some content creators believe chapters are bad because then people won't listen to their content all the way through. But the latest word from YouTube is no, give us chapters because it allows us to understand your content better. So if I don't produce that content well enough, just Google. A ton of people are talking about timestamps. And what you'll see is as soon as you put your timestamps in, it's magical. That's how when you see on a content creator's, any of their videos, it comes up where there's all those little thumbnails and all those little like boopity boop things. You're like, how did they do that? I'm telling you, as someone that doesn't know technology, it is way easy. And you could probably figure it out in 5 minutes, because I certainly did, but I will send out a tutorial on that. Okay, I got more, but let me just check where I left out on this chat, because I'm sure there's some gems here. Okay. Oh yes, Thomas, people claim that people are going live, but just replaying things. And if you didn't catch my other live, I can't believe this is going on. And I don't know if it's going to have low CPM, or I can't believe it's worth anything. There are people literally playing like they claim it's ASMR. So I'm going to tell you about good ASMR and not good ASMR. ASMR is where people are like scratching someone's back, or it's the sound of nature, or you're live streaming like the lion's den or something like that. That's good live streaming. Some of us want to see this. Bad live streaming, I mean, check the lives. There's people playing like a child's game going plinkety, 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 or there's a live octopus, you know. I mean, I can understand the crackling fire, the aquarium, that type of thing. That to me is like, yeah, I might want that going on in the background. So yeah, this live streaming stuff is a little bit tricky dicky. Okay, Tom S. The space launch channels are terrible for it making people. Oh, I didn't know people are trying to pass that off as a live event. Tom Griffin, yes, I do for anyone wanting to check it out. I might make a follow up on this because I've heard other things that may have been an issue as well. Oh, sorry, Tom, I don't know the context on that, but I'm going to just keep going. Oh, start here, Tashmir. I've got 111 subs right now. You know why I say that is I don't know much about numerology. Um, but 111 is a magical number that seems to be coming up. And for the folks that are religious, somebody had a great video about 111. And I think I Googled what the number significance of the 111 is. Besides a Bible verse, and anyone who's part of the Hope Crew, they can talk about this. But also for those that understand numerology, is I understand all the ones are some sort of like new beginning. So thank you, start here for Tashmir to point that out. Tom S. Bliss Life, be careful of music. They will send you a bill. Oh, I'm not sure about that. I'm going to have to look that up. Tom S. Are you talking about if I use music through YouTube Studios, or I'm not sure. So that's a very good point. Is on my other channel. So when you get the chance to get monetized, I think there's a way that you could say make all your videos monetizable or not. And I'll have to capture this. So I actually am monetized on my line dance channel, and I wasn't even going to try for monetization because I thought I would get copyright strike. YouTube in the last year or so has gone out of their way to work with the music companies to figure it out. So, and they talk about this with YouTube Shorts, as long as it's under a minute. Now, this is not sort of recording willy-nilly. This is trying to use the feature through YouTube. Is through the Shorts feed, they're not worried about it because it's only pennies. On the other content, you will have on your analytics, it will say whether the copyright holder, and this is how YouTube figured out how to work with the music companies. If you use music, then YouTube gets to give all that revenue to the original copyright content holder. So you're not going to make any money on anything that has copyrighted music on it. That's the reality. But there are some copyright holders, and I believe one might be the song Footloose. So remember, it's the artist as well as the person, the songwriter gets a cut of whatever you use with music, and then you share the revenue. So there are some artists that will share revenue because you use music. But just to quickly tell you about my channel that is monetized, is I wasn't going to monetize that channel, but then YouTube, if anyone is wondering, how do I know when I'm monetizable, is YouTube tells you, okay, you're now eligible. And I'll have to get out a video somewhere here because I meant just before Dash of Faith went silent or was removed from our realm, he was wondering, okay, should I apply ahead of time? No, you don't get a chance to apply ahead of time, but there's a little button that you can literally push, and I can't wait to, this will be a reminder of myself to get out this video. You almost don't want to do this. So la 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 if you don't want to hear this. So for those of you that keep flipping back and forth to find out your subscriber count throughout the day, don't listen to this bit of information, but there is a button that tells you, and this is really important, is that your shorts hours don't contribute towards your 4,000 watch hours. There are two different ways to get monetized on YouTube. And I'm just going to say it this, I can't remember the count. It's like 10 million or a kabillion shorts views. It's very hard to do, plus the 1,000 watch hours. So they give you this like impossible, let's forget about that because that's not possible. Or maybe it is, maybe you're very clever. But on the 1,000 watch hours and then the 4,000 subscribers, you can keep hitting this button and it'll actually, it's great. YouTube will tell you your progress on your way to monetization. So I reached monetization status, but I didn't really want to have them say no. So I held off hitting that button. And then I finally hit the button, and then they were like, and then they always tell you that there's going to be a channel review. Do you have enough original content? And honestly, I don't have a lot of original content. It's almost as if it were a faceless channel. It's me videotaping when I'm at line dance conferences, amazing um, performances and things like that. So I hit it, boop, and then they go, I think it didn't even take 48 hours. And then they're like, you're monetized. And then when you're monetized and you have a lot of music on your channel, you go on your channel and it lets you know like what ones you're allowed to monetize and what ones are ineligible. Anyways, I'll have to put up a video on that because it's pretty remarkable. So shorts, you just make pennies. The thing that I now have to figure out, and I haven't paid attention to, but if anyone watched Dodash's video yesterday, you're like, oh my gosh, is she going to be off the channel or what? Or off YouTube? What she was just telling us is that you need to, in order to get paid out by YouTube, you need to figure out your Google AdSense account. And I think you might only be able to have one Google AdSense account at a time. And it's a tangle trying to get paid. So that's where she's at. She had a little bit of a clickbaity title because you're wondering, is she going to be okay? Her Google AdSense. Again, I am the least techie person and I'm terrible with paperwork. I'm not one to be on my taxes or like getting reimbursed for when I pay for things at work, whatever you call that. But anyways, um, I'm going to put on my to-do list how to figure out my Google AdSense because say you get to the 1,000 watch hours and then the 4,000 subscriber bit. Okay, great. Now you have to meet YouTube's $100 minimum payout. And I don't know if people are aware of that. And I also don't know if people are aware of, and do check this out if you're not from North America and Europe, is certain countries are ineligible for monetization. So before you do all this work, check out if your country is eligible for monetization and how YouTube determines whether or not you're eligible for monetization has to do with if there's a large amount of traffic coming from any country that's gaming the system. I think right now they just make it the entire country's ineligible. So do find out, is your country eligible for monetization? And what I was going to say about the slight glitch on my part. I'm trying to think. No, this is not a stream. Is anyways, oh, the 100 minimum. So I haven't reached my minimum. I've just let that glide. And I think every month I've made $5, something like that. And then you see the distribution, you do get paid on shorts, unlike what people think. And it could be pennies. And then you make money even on some where you share your content. So to explain, when you're monetized with music that is like the popular hits or whatever like that, you have the choice to say no on certain things. And so that's what you do. That's for another time, another video. But it's pretty darn interesting. So what I've done on that channel, and I need to get back to that channel, is someone said to me, well, why don't you just do some videos where you're giving tutorials? So that's no music. And I don't know, it's a lot of work to put together a dance tutorial, but we'll see. I'm gonna see. And so you might end up, if you subscribe to me, just know that there's gonna be dance videos on here. And what I was thinking I'd do, which would be so much fun, is that Gen X guy had his broadcast, and I was going through some of his channel, and I think it might be fun to do a duo where I could probably put up his content and then dance alongside it. So I just want to understand the technology with that. Now, you're thinking, why would you do that? It doesn't pay anything. So the other thing is that you could do duos with other people, and if they allow it. So you will know, go to anyone on YouTube, you can push remix, and then you can do different things in the short. So try that out. It's fun to do. Do you make any money out of it? I think you share the revenue with that other content creator, but shorts don't really make you money. So that is the harsh reality of it. Why should you do shorts? I know we digress. Is shorts have a way of bringing people to your channel. It's not for everyone. Some people say doing shorts will ruin your channel. Don't do it, because you just want to get to those 4,000 watch hours. But I believe shorts, how I look at shorts is two things. It's kind of like a little trailer. It's kind of like a sort of advertising for your channel. So that's how I would use shorts. And it's also a way for me as a new content creator to get motivation to produce or publish more. And North Pole Katie had a really good thought about that. Is she's going to go to Japan. She's not sure about her streaming. So she was going to work on like 60-second videos. And this is something that you should be aware of if you don't know of already, is that YouTube has changed their shorts where anything that is shot vertically, so if you have a whole bunch of videos that you intend to get out there, which I do, and I think it's one up to 3 minutes, you don't even get a choice. They're just going to upload that directly onto the shorts feed. Bad news about that is that it means it's not eligible for the 4,000 watch hours. So there's probably a workaround with that to converting a vertical video to a horizontal with probably Canva or something like that. So think about that if you have a back catalog. Your shorts are just gonna, I'm sorry, your videos that are shot vertical are gonna be automatically sent up to the shorts feed. Why YouTube says they're doing this is because they're saying it allows creators who've asked them to it's just allowed them, it allows them to, and yes, I see everyone's hearts, it allows people to tell better stories. That's what they say, but I don't know. The vertical the good news is you're going to be shown in the short shelf. The short term bad thing about this is that on the shorts shelf, they haven't yet figured out the technology on how to promote videos that are longer than 1 minute. So I wouldn't do it just yet. Because then what's the point? You're not going to be seen and take advantage of the shorts. So that's the other thing about the shorts that's cool. Do things that your YouTube is telling you to do. That's why I do it. YouTube wants people to use shorts because they're trying to compete with TikTok. So I think it's useful. Now, North Pole Katie's example of like, she's going to shoot videos that are a minute longer is, I just said to her, by the way, when you're out there, shoot it horizontal so it won't be automatically uploaded into the shorts feed. So for those of you that don't have time to content create, I'm going to play around with that this weekend. I have some very long videos on my channel right now, and it hasn't been intentional. I've just sat down to create. And if you're wondering how long should you go live, how long should your videos be, etc., 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 the time of any of your content should be what it needs to be. That's just be human about it. If what you're talking about only takes you 5 minutes, post that. If it takes you longer than that, go ahead. So here's what I'll tell you, is that they're saying if you could make it 8 minutes, at least 8 minutes long, YouTube loves that content. They're gonna like feed that up the little viral chain. And the reason for that, here's the pure economics of it. It allows them to play a role at the a commercial at the beginning, at the end, and in the middle, a mid-roll ad. Now, Those of us that aren't monetized, who's making the money? But I'm absolutely cool with this because we all need our content platform. YouTube is still serving ads, even though none of us are monetized. And I totally get that. The other thing too is if there's no ads playing and the person subscribes to YouTube Premium, you also get a cut of that premium. Side note with that, if any of you aren't subscribed to YouTube Premium, oh my goodness, I took the leap because I was thinking, how much am I spending for Netflix? How much am I spending for Amazon Premium? I'm going to just bite the bullet. And I can't even remember how much it costs to um, get YouTube Premium. So I'll have to look that up. But here's the thing that I didn't know is when you subscribe to YouTube Premium, it only belongs to one sign-in. So I think I used it on my like it's not this channel. And what's drag is that I'll be like, if I'm viewing on this channel, which doesn't have YouTube Premium, it's like then I have to listen to all the ads. You can buy, I think they've got a promotion for a family membership, which means up to 5 logins. So I'm thinking about doing that, but it's not cheap. It might be $20, but I think it might be worth it to save time. We'll see. It allows you to never see ads, but you as a content creator will get a cut of that. Okay, let's take a look at some of the chat for a second here. Okay, Tom Griffin is letting us know what happened to Dash of Faith. He's saying, so what he told people was to put his videos in a playlist and let it play while they sleep to get watch hours, which is against terms of service. So there's some speculation about that, and there's some misinformation going on in the community. And I know that there's people out there promoting it right now, which is, I think what he said, yes, Tom, thank you for reminding me, is I think he said something along the lines is if you don't even care for my content, just help a brother out and do something like that. Lucky Nayla, AJ Tashmir here on my other account, Baby Girl, on my other laptop. Okay, start here, Tashmir. Thank you everyone for sending out hearts, even though I haven't been on the chat. I really appreciate seeing all the hearts. Silver Blue Retrocade. I Googled how many challenges can you subscribe to Google. Oh, again, we covered this earlier where Google says there's no maximum number of subscribers to your channel. They say a user can subscribe up to 2,000 channels. Okay, we'll have to do something on that. Okay, I'm going to pass by here. Let's see. Tom S. Oh, thank you, Tom S. I'm going to take this little side casual comment. So this is the topic today, this Saturday, if you're just joining our chat, is about, should you go live? Will anyone show up? That kind of thing. Yes, they really will. Tom S. asked me a question. How long did it take to get all those Halloween decorations down? If you're new to my channel, I live here in Vancouver, Canada, and my husband is amazing. And we recently went on African safari, and we live next door to this pirate ship. So for my first live, so this is another tip for you, is if you don't want to show your face when you're going live, you can do a faceless live. I don't even know if we can Google faceless live. Faceless live is where you flip around the camera, boom, okay? And all you would do is just start streaming and just start filming. You don't even have to moderate the chat, which is what I ended up doing. Is thank you to North Pole Katie's crew. Is there like, okay, because I just decided, hey, I just want to go show the Halloween decorations and what their crew was so helpful with. So maybe that's a good tip. If you're scared to go live, unless you have the gift of gab like Tashmir, and by the way, let's give a shout out to Tashmir because Tashmir in her initial videos, and I'd say this is only a week to 2 weeks ago, was like, she was saying she was uncomfortable about her, that English is not her first language. And I had no idea. She was wondering, should she caption her videos or closed caption her? No. And now we can't shut her up. Just kidding. Okay, so to get back to the Halloween decorations, they're still up. And it's always a funny thing when it's after Halloween. Do you keep it up? So we've kept up we've taken down our paper plate flowers because there were some paper plates and it's raining in Vancouver and some of them are going, "Bleh." But we kept up these large animals. So check out my channel on my live stream. I show people some of what's going on. And I think I've got yes, in my shorts, I show these amazing African safari animals that my husband made. We've kept those up because we didn't intend for this to happen, but we had people like taking like little selfie pictures with these animals. You know what? Next year, I'm going to ask him to do one of those, maybe those, you know how they do those butterflies where people like take pictures? Yes, that's what we're going to do next year. I have him add to it. And I think the animal we didn't get to, I say he executed this all within 48 hours, is um, zebra. We didn't get a zebra, and he's already thinking about what he's going to do for next year. So I love him for that. Because our neighbor is keeping up the pirate ship, and they're raising money for the Vancouver Food Bank, which is kind of cool. And then I think a couple times after that, I just kept playing with live. I'm kind of addicted to it. Is I just went out and took pictures of his photo ship on photo ship pirate ship on the day of. Thank you for all the love, just to um, capture. So here's the other reason you should go live. Everything that we do here on YouTube as new creators, we just talk about the money, 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 money. And what I really appreciate about Katie's North Pole, Alaska, is she mentioned that what she's doing now and creating is going to be a legacy for her grandkids. She's putting up all these scrapbooks of it and like photo albums. When you think about it, it's like a photo album, but it's a video album of her life. And she's going to have that legacy for her grandkids. And how I got started my line dance channel is that there's a lady from, I think it's Taiwan. What she would do for the community is they'd have what's called a demo. So when you go to a line dance convention, of which I'm taking you guys to Las Vegas in a week or so, is she would just videotape these demos and then rebroadcast them. And then people from all over the world are studying these videos to learn these dances. She would just do those for herself. So when I saw her at a convention, I was like, oh my gosh, thank you for taking the time to videotape these things. And there's other people, like all communities, who are doing it for different reasons. Some people do it because they want to be famous. They want to be the first person that puts up a video, which is dumb because you don't make any money out of it, but it's more like an ego boost. Like, I got the video that, was making like all these views. But the original person I admire, her name is Jessie Chan. She videotaped and she said to me, you know what? I just tape these things like as kind of a scrapbook for myself and a scrapbook of my travels. So I've kind of taken that approach to videotaping these live dance performances. And just a side note on this, because I'm going to see, but the Wi-Fi might be glitchy in Vegas in the ballroom. So I might have to take you, I don't know, I'll have to figure out the Wi-Fi properly. Is if I can do the live stream, that'll be very exciting for me because before what I've done is not in real time. And I'm going to just pause here for a second to talk about why it's important for all what we're doing beyond the money. And I don't think people talk about this enough. So I'm not Black, I'm Asian. And I've been country line dancing since the 90s. And I married an American. And so I moved from Vancouver, Canada, all the way to the States in Washington, D.C. And I wanted to look for a community to line dance. And I couldn't find a line dance community. And I think I looked at Craigslist or something like that. And there was an ad that said, all races welcome. So I joined this soul line dance community. I was the only non-Black person there. But it was amazing. If any of you are interested in dancing and might know like the Cupid Shuffle, the Wobble, that kind of thing, there's a whole community out there. So anyways, I went to an event and they'd have these socials and people are just like dancing and they're amazing, but there weren't necessarily always people videotaping it. And I said to my teacher, like even her, she was a fantastic. I said, like, there's other groups with YouTube videos out there. Why don't you guys videotape themselves? She goes, yeah, that's a good idea. And I said, I don't even know how to do it, but I'm going to figure it out. And that's why I'm here today, all these years later. I'd say that was over 10 years ago. I didn't know how to do it, but I said, I'm going to figure it out. So at that time, I don't know if any of you remember this like flip video phone. So that's what I took my little flip video. I started videotaping our classes. I was like the volunteer, and I was never in the videos. I just did it for class. And then I thought, well, we go to these socials. Why don't I videotape these socials? So I videotaped, um, and I think if any of you follows the channel, I think it's a Charika Skates. And I think she might have finished her 30-day challenge. It's amazing. This girl's like skating away. But anyways, she talked about in a recent video about just ask. So here's the thing is, in order to shoot good video, you need lighting. And so when you go to dance places, it's often not lit very well. But I thought, by then people knew me, so I just asked the DJ, do you mind if we just turn up the lights? Because they used to have this thing. I think we got together about once every 2 weeks, and they had this thing called Show Me What You Know. And so I said, okay, let's turn up the lights. I videotaped not only straight on, but I videotaped the whole room. Honestly, 3 million viral views. So I can claim, and this is just over the years. I think I looked at this several years ago. So I can claim I've got a viral video. Have I made any money out of it? No. But what's amazing about it, there's all these comments that people are just like amazing in terms of how they're impacted by this video. They wanted to. So anyways, should you go live? Should you be doing this awesome content creation? Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to quickly check the chat. A lot of people have hopped off. We're almost up to 2 hours. I should probably go have lunch. Mandy Candy says, you need 50 subs to even go live. Correct, you do need. Tom S., that was an impressive set on your first live. And that's interesting what you say, Tom, about my set being impressive on my first live. Your ordinary lives, some people could be living like at a farm, or they could have snow. Just do a faceless live. Show us what's happening there. Mandy Candy wants to know, how can you go live without subs? It won't let me. Correct. You do need at least 50 subs. Lucky Nayla, brag mama, we love Thank you so much. Prism app Android. That's nice. Okay. Mandy Candy, I just want to start streaming my games to try to get some money. Mandy Candy, I don't know a lot about that, so you'll have to look into that, because I don't know about streaming games and what YouTube's regs are and what the CPM is like. But I do know a lot of the younger folk who've done game streaming eventually transition into some wonderful careers, YouTube careers. Tom S., it's a lovely community, isn't it though? Lucky Nayla, I'll be loving on everyone in this community. Absolutely. Lucky Nayla, I download my milestones from the TubeBuddy app. Oh, yes, I have not tried TubeBuddy. Tom S., small community of nice people here. Yes, absolutely supporting. Okay. Tom S., the consistency in Katie's videos keep me coming back. Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to quickly scroll through, because I've actually been on live for almost an hour and 50 minutes. So I thank you everyone who joined us. Lucky Nayla, I'm at 112. Holy schmoly. Big Benny Gaming, thank you for moderating my live. I really appreciate Bluetooth. Start here, Tashmir. AJ, baby girl wants your attention, please. Ooh, sorry, I haven't been looking at the live stream, so I will visit baby girl's channel, so I can't wait. Tom S., I was scrolling through shorts. I saw one with Benny in the snow. Oh, Benny. I'd love to see that. Start here, Tashmir. She says she's such a child. She loves tapping the hearts just to see them fly up. You know what? If any of you want to hop on and just always do hearts, by all means. There is so much more I want to cover. I just need to go have something to eat. But here's what I'm just going to cover off quickly before I close out here is that I appreciate with Tashmir, one of her quotes, we'll have to hashtag it, life be lifing, which for those of you that are just joining the live stream right now, we initially started off the topic, so you're welcome to go back about should you go live if you have not many viewers, or should you go live, and that's true. You do have to have 50 subscribers. So I guess I should reword the question is, should you go live if you don't think anyone's going to show up? Absolutely. So I'm just going to close off this live stream by saying that life be lifing. Try to participate. Oh, my husband's just calling me for lunch. Norma, I'll be there in a second. I'm just going to close out. Is that we're very, very fortunate that in our community, we're at a very good time. Norm, did you want me? No. Oh, okay. Do you need to get access? Just feel free to rifle around. Is that we're very lucky right now. We have a very magical community of new YouTubers over 40 and over 50. Do appreciate every subscriber that you get. If you haven't found your mojo yet, do know that the world is huge and you're going to find your tribe. If you're eligible to go live because you have 50 subscribers, do try it. Don't be scared, and that a number of people will certainly hop on your live to help you out. In terms of subscribing to my channel, you're going to find that today's going to be Statistics Saturday. I will be covering over some stats. I will be looking at other content creators to see people at different stages and to help you find links for that. And yeah, there's other things that we're going to be talking about in the weeks to come. So I appreciate you coming on the live today, and I can't wait to see what you'll be producing. All right, cheers. Have a good night. All right. I'm done.